So if you are about to buy a home, you probably will make at least 2 of the following 6 mistakes that I'm going to talk about in this video. So my advice to you is watch this video and don't make these mistakes. What's up, Benj here with Triple Cord Real Estate, and I'm filming from the Sawtooth Mountains of Idaho. I'm on a camping trip with my family. I haven't shaved for a while, but look at this backdrop. Pretty amazing. This is yet another reason why I love living here in Idaho. In this video, I want to talk about 6 mistakes that people often make when buying a home. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
The first mistake that many people make is they simply choose the realtor that their friend or their neighbor suggests that they should use without actually looking at other options, without actually talking to the person first or even considering other possible realtors. You don't have to take the realtor that somebody suggests to you. You can talk to them, ask them how they work, how do they communicate, what do they have to offer, and how can they make the home buying process an enjoyable experience for you. And an alternative to this mistake is many people feel like they have to use the same realtor that they bought the house with if they're selling a house. You don't owe anything to your realtor. If you haven't heard from your realtor in 4 or 5 years, then maybe that person isn't somebody you want to work with when you're going to now sell your house. So shop around a little bit, see who is going to make the home buying process the most enjoyable experience, and see who is the best fit for you. Do they have a good personality? Do you jive with the way that that person communicates and just operates his business in general? Mistake number 2, many people start looking at homes too early. The first step in the home buying process is not to start shopping for homes. What's step number 1? Find a lender if you are taking a mortgage, if you're going to get a loan. There's no point in looking at homes if you can't afford one. There's no point in wasting your time or your realtor's time. Step number 1 is go to a lender, get pre-approved for a loan, and then start shopping around to see what homes you might be interested in buying. Number 3, many people just simply choose a lender almost at random without considering what kind of a lender you should take or you should choose when buying a home. Now, I think it's very important that you choose a local lender when buying a home. And the reason is, if you need to change the closing date, or if you need to speed up the process, or if you need if you haven't even made an offer yet, and you need say a pre-approval letter on the weekend, for example, when many of the houses go live, when they're listed, you want a lender that is local, that is accessible. Somebody you can call up on a Sunday afternoon and say, hey, I'm looking at a house right now. Can you send me a pre-approval letter for $342,000 so I can make an offer today on this house before it gets sold, possibly by the end of the day? 4, when looking at homes, many people just look at the house and they don't consider the other things surrounding the house. So 4 and 5 actually are connected to the home looking at the home in particular. And the mistake number 4 is many people look just at one particular natural lighting condition in the house. So they'll show up at the house at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a lot of light in the house, and they say, oh great, this house has the correct amount of natural light that I would like in a house. But they forget that they're looking at the house in late afternoon. What's the light situation in the morning or in the evening? So consider the natural lighting at different hours of the day. Don't just think that if you visited the house at 3 p.m., that's what the house is always going to look like throughout the day. Mistake number 5 is very similar to mistake 4. Many people don't look at the surrounding homes. They look just at the house that they're interested in buying, but they don't look at the neighbor's house. Are there a lot of dogs in the neighbor's house? Is there a lot of noise? What's the parking situation like? Do the neighbors have tons of cars? Is it going to be hard for you to pull your vehicle into the driveway, etc.? Look not just at the house, but look at the neighborhood as a whole and see if that is where you are going to want to live someday. Finally, mistake number 6, many people trust their realtor too much. They simply sign whatever their realtor gives them without actually looking at what they're signing. Is the contract accurate? Is it what your realtor explained to you on the phone? Is there something hidden in one of the clauses that maybe your realtor missed? Is the title okay? Is the title commitment okay? Look at all of those things, and in particular, the closing statements. By the time you get to closing, you're usually tired of signing documents. You're ready for the deal to end, and so you just sign without even looking, very closely at the closing statements, at the closing documents. But check every line. Are you getting the credits that you need to be getting for the house? If, for instance, in the inspection contingency that you're supposed to get $1,000 credit for some repairs on the homes, is that in the closing statement? And I use that as an example because it's a real example of something that happened in my last deal. Unfortunately, we didn't notice until the very end that there was a $1,000 credit that was missing in the closing statement. We caught it before it was too late, but you don't want to miss $1,000 or another amount of money that you should be getting when you're buying a home, when you're closing the home, because you ultimately don't want to miss out.
That's right.
That's it for today. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit my face right there and the notification bell right next to it. And if you do both of those things, as always, I'll see you in the next one.
She loves me, yeah, she needs